I can sell you my underwear. Okay, I will use it for you. You buy it from me. I will sell it to you.
You want to smell his underwear?
After you smelling his, you might not have that fetish anymore.
Welcome to another episode of Get It Out. So this is our episode 2. We read the comments. A lot of people really like this new show. Why are you so engrossed in your card?
We played mahjong last session and today we're gonna play some card games. And I also would like to say that this is also my favorite shoot because all we do is just sit down and gossip.
In continuation of our series, we have asked our audience to ask us questions, send us your problems, get it out, and we will try to solve it for you with our unqualified advisors. Let's move on to question 1.
I'm a 26 male turning 27 with no relationship or sexual experience. If and when I ever get the opportunity to have sex, what are some do's and don'ts so that I can make a good first impression? Especially since most women around my age would have had some experience themselves by now and I have zero complete experience. I don't want to disappoint.
Wow. As a virgin myself,
Yeah.
we are all virgins, right?
Yes. We are.
Okay, frankly speaking, I lost my virginity quite young.
5?
4. But what I'm trying to say is, at first, obviously, I also don't know what I'm doing. As a lot of people out there will research online.
Oh, you do research, is it?
Of course. I don't
maybe
know.
you want to put some reference website for this guy.
No, this one is as you go along, right, you'll find out more and more. And back then, my times is quite different from yours.
DVD.
Your time is go the opposite sex toilet.
Let's move on. I think the whole magic about this, right, is that we are all figuring out. And I think sex with different people is really feels different and they have different sensitivity. Like what works on this girl may not work on that girl. Don't be so pressured and get into the moment. And especially, right, if you are already going to head into this stage, right, it means that you are in a rather stable relationship. You should be very honest with the girl, Say that you've never done this before. I think they will appreciate this type of honesty, But that's just my take, How about you?
Maybe I compare it to playing cards.
Playing cards,
There's many ways to play cards, correct? You cannot tell what is one best way to play the card.
That's true.
Because every hand is different.
Yes. Wow.
Every hand is different. But what you can do is you must understand the hand. You must understand your partner. I agree with him in a way like you just ask
what works for you.
What works for you? Making a good impression is hard to say. Some people like it small, some people like it big. It doesn't matter your size.
I will just tell you for your very first time, it could happen so fast that it might be over before you worry about anything.
Okay, maybe your hand too good.
I would say just be yourself This kind of thing nobody can teach you one. Like you fail then fail then you know what went wrong. I can't tell you what went wrong with you.
To prime your partner that right is just be honest about it first. Better tell her first. Don't come and say you're like so freaking experienced or what. Then when the thing happens, wow, that one more malu.
To be very honest, you're 26 and you probably have a job. It's like going to any job. You have no experience. You go there to learn. There's no one way I can tell you. Like, you go to a job, you have to be confident. These are the soft skills. Hard skills, I can't really tell you what to do. Go in and learn. That's the best advice.
Hands on.
I wish you all the best. Hopefully by 27, you can say that you have a portfolio, a resume of your own.
Portfolios.
Another one, right, is don't keep thinking about this because the desperation will show and it's a very turn off for girls. So don't keep thinking about, wow, when it happen. No.
Let it flow. Let it be natural.
Okay, next question. What is your take on online dating? Do you prefer knowing someone online or organically? This I have several thoughts on it. Everybody's fairy tale is the organically one will feel the best. But reality of life is, let's say Nigel is single, let's say, and you work in this office, and the circle of people that you meet is always like that. You don't want to date anybody here. Then how? You can only resort to online means. So I think it's to fix the problem that people don't have the time or opportunity to meet other people new. Of course, there are some line of work that allows you to meet more people. Like let's say you go out to do sales and you meet a lot of different type of people, then maybe. But otherwise, I think online dating, nothing wrong with it. It's just not as romantic
Wait. I have never online date before. Have you online date before?
Of course, I online date before.
You have online date?
I never did before.
You never did?
I'm virgin.
I personally feel I prefer to meet someone organically.
Right.
Like face to face.
More
or like
traditional
I wouldn't say traditional but I would say more like fate. I am placed in the same class as this girl and then like we talk, do projects together, then we get to know each other a little bit better.
So my question to that is, right, if you primary school, secondary school, boys school, then you go army and then you sign on. You tell me who you gonna meet.
You will have friends, then like your friend's sister.
Your friend's sister.
Technically, what?
Lucky I don't have sister. Or else he might be my brother-in-law.
Example only. Yeah, like this kind of.
I think he do all this example because all his friends no sister. Then he like, wow, shakes yeah, bro.
Right. Okay lah, but you never used before, so let's hear it from them who used before.
I used to think the same as Nigel.
But then why you use?
I got curious.
Right.
I used a few years back after a breakup because feeling a bit sad. I want to meet more people. And at that point of time, I cannot just say I want to talk to more people. And then I start using it. One of my exes was from online dating. I felt like it's the same one. You meet in school is a coincidence. This one is you go and find and then you meet. Right. The difference between these two is one you want, one you no choice.
Okay.
Correct. But at the end of the day, right, you are still getting to know someone. To me, I don't feel like there's a much of a difference.
My experience of online dating occurs right after my divorce. I tried to use Tinder and date outside of the industry. Because I don't want to date people that are in my industry. And because I'm in this industry so long, right, all the connections of people that I know is within this industry. I've tried. I don't think inherently it's a shameful tool. It allows you to meet a lot of people and then try to get to know them to see whether your interests fit. I think it's in fact quite time saving. Because I don't want to go meet somebody and then our interests don't align, whatever our beliefs don't align, and then waste all the effort. I think a lot of people are very conscious, right, when they say, hey, how you met her? Then the person say, oh, I met her online. Then it feels like very, very shameful. I think the stigma should be long gone by now.
I don't think it should be shameful. I have friends that also online date and their partners are from online, and I've never felt like you won't last one. I've never felt that way.
So one is by fate, then one is you make your own fate. Okay.
Next question. I'm in a three-way relationship, which feels very wrong. I'm nobody to judge. You do whatever you want.
That's what she think lah, not you think lah. You just read the question.
And I know I should get up because of mental health, and I've been with this person for 15 years. Married with 1 kid. Recently found out that he cheated and he admit that he cheated. She knows she should divorce, but she wanted to fix this relationship. He say, if you break off with your mistress, let's fix things together. But it has been going on for years. She don't know her limit. So what she's trying to say is, she always wanted a family, but this feels like a fake family. She feels like she got betrayed by her best friend. And she also recently watched Are You Okay? With Jaylin. She understands how a biological mom thinks. She feel like they're all the same, they overthink a lot. And she feel like Jaylin is very positive, which she like. But she believed that her husband and ex-wife end on bad terms. So what you want me to do? You never ask me whatever. You just want to tell me.
I think long story short is what she should do if she's in a three-way.
No, you see, a three-way relationship and husband having an affair is two different things. Three-way relationship is consent.
That means right, that girl and you also in a relationship. That's three-way.
That's not threesome. Sorry.
I think what she wants to know is what should she do? Should she break things off? Should she divorce? Or should she fix things with him if he break things off with the mistress?
I feel you already make your stance. You already say if he breaks it off, then y'all can go back in repairing your relationship. And he still refused to break things off lah. So the problem still persists. Nothing have changed.
This one right, the Lulu is not the Solulu lah. Your gut really tell you that this is not working out already. So you just follow your gut lor.
Correct. At the end of the day, right, you need to know what you want. Right, that's the most important thing. I think maybe you have the mindset of like marriage is the end game. If you feel like you made a mistake, you made a wrong decision, right? You married someone who cheated on you. That's not on you. And if you feel like you want out, you can get out. It's not like he's stopping you anyway.
Divorce is not the end. Divorce is the new beginning.
And marriage is also not the end.
Marriage not the end, that's what? The beginning.
Correct.
Anyhow, this one. Anyhow.
But if you feel like you have a kid and you want the kid to have a proper family, you brought up Jaylin and Jaylin is a stepmom, right? I don't think her family is broken also. Right? She's a very good and positive example of how step-parent doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Okay, you know when you are sitting on an airplane, right? If anything happen, right, they say what? Put the oxygen mask on yourself first before helping others. If you are so miserable and sad, right, how are you going to give your kids a happy family? Save yourself first. That's all I have to give as somebody that have gone through a divorce before.
Just started a new job and feeling lonely. Maybe it's because I just started. Feel so separated from the rest of the team. What's your advice on it?
This one I think you all both can answer.
Why?
No, because
you said like we know friends.
Because I always start company already got stuff ma.
To be very honest,
loneliness was never a problem for you.
No, on the contrary.
Contrary.
It may seem like all games and fun because of the nature of our work, but at the same time, it's still a job for us, right? I have also experienced loneliness. This is technically my second job. When I first started out at the previous company, I felt lonely too, but that was not my main concern. When I first joined the previous company, my mindset was I'm here to work. I'm here to learn new skills. I'm here to build my portfolio.
Then why you join the second company? You don't have this mindset.
I have.
Don't have.
But tired. I feel like that should be your main purpose.
Right.
You work hard, then naturally people will come to you. When I was back in the previous company, honestly, I didn't know anyone. I felt there were people that didn't like me also.
Right.
Because I'm a very noisy person, and not everybody can tahan that. And especially in the previous company, everybody was very serious. The air is heavy. These buggers.
You sure not your weight?
But once I started working more, I started taking out more projects, slowly started to fit in. Then more people come talk to you, and then they realize, oh, then I make friends. So at the start, yes, of course, there's like that. But at the same time, I think you should focus on your work, on your career first. Then slowly this kind of thing will start to fit in.
Okay, my question is, right, did you do anything to approach your other co-workers? You must also go and talk to them. It takes two hands to clap.
Agree. You have to make your
I mean, if you every day
initiative.
come work, you sit down there and then you eat lunch alone, then of course you're gonna be alone.
Correct.
If nobody asks you come for lunch, you can ask them for lunch or what. Maybe it's hard for some people. I understand they are a bit introverted.
More shy.
Yeah, they're more shy, but it still takes a bit of effort to make friends. It doesn't come to you naturally.
Making friends, right? I think, right, you have a lot to reflect on yourself when it comes to making friends. This is brought upon me, right, when I was very depressed. I lost a lot of friends, but I start to realize why. Because, right, I was being very negative. Then it makes it, it's not fun to hang out with me anymore.
The energy.
The energy is bad. Every time people meet me, I talk about negative things. Of course, nobody want to hang out with me. It's very heavy to hang out with me. So,
You sure it's not your weight?
as a matter of fact, I lost weight. Okay. Yeah. So when it comes to that, right, I think you have to do a bit of self-reflection. I had that self-reflection period, I wasn't fun to hang out with. Even I don't want to hang out with me.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Living with yourself.
Yeah, you have to like yourself. Yeah, what?
Oh, you're so wise, yeah.
Yeah, but actually, that's true. You have to live with yourself, and your best friend should be yourself.
Hey!
Yeah, your best friend should be yourself.
You're my best friend. This following question is very interesting.
Why?
Because it's a part 2 of our Golden Bangle.
Golden Bangle story.
For those who didn't watch episode 1, please go and watch because I lazy to explain.
Yeah.
But the gist of the story is she have a toxic mother-in-law and she buy fake stuff for her.
Allegedly,
Allegedly,
we don't know.
I already scold her already. I said maybe she don't know it's fake.
Now she's explaining.
Correct. She watched the video and now she's
Now
explaining.
okay. Hi Ryan and Ben. I don't know why she never hi Nigel. But Nigel's in the show if you don't realize. He's Nigel. I'm here to clarify the mother-in-law regarding the fake gold bangle and Chanel card holder. Just want to say that I did not ask for those gifts from her. Did we say that?
We never say that.
I never say that. You asked, ma.
Yeah.
Dumb. First of all, the gold bangle she claimed to have bought for 388 was a lie.
Okay.
It ended up being less than $10 as it was a gold-plated piece of metal from Shopee.
Okay.
It upset her because it was the only wedding gift from her.
Right.
She rather receive a $4 ang pao than receive that gold bangle that she put in front of so many relatives and friends. It's Chinese tradition lah. And plus she's the mother-in-law, so she don't think she's being unreasonable. So imagine your own family thinks you're worthless to her because of this incident.
Right.
She value honesty and she feels like up to today, the mother-in-law gaslight her and say that she bought it without knowing it was fake. But I literally managed to find her Shopee review of the gold bangle and it cost $2.95. She says she'll be okay if the mother-in-law is honest that it's not gold, but she keeps insisting that she doesn't know. And I know that she's lying.
Right.
That's what pisses her off. Regarding the Chanel wallet, it may sound materialistic, but why does she have to lie to me and say it's authentic? She never asked for a branded wallet. She'd rather have a normal wallet or don't receive anything at all. Basically, there are more lies. These are the two that affect her the most because one is her wedding day and one was her 21st. And she doesn't live with her. But she still texts me as if everything is fine. Should I cut ties with her or continue to live with her allies? Because I still visit her once a month and even sleep with her on the same bed when they visit.
But my answer still don't change because it's like you are very hung up about the value of the thing. I understand, okay? And you are very offended by the lies. But to me, even if she's lying, right, she want 面子, right? I give it to her lah. She's old already, ma.
It could be, it could be. Yes, she had malicious intent and she wanted to save money. Maybe she don't know that you found the Shopee review.
Right.
So she feel like she still can lie. I just feel like at the end of the day, right?
How important is this?
Correct.
This is not about the item really.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, the gaslighting is because she's married, then it's the mother-in-law. It's like you found your new mom, but your new mom keep lying to you. Walao, why must like that? Like, 我们都是一家人了.
So what's your solution?
Huh?
To her?
Confront her.
Confront!
Confront. If the mother-in-law say, because 我要 save face. Okay lor, then end lah. Then let it go already lah.
But regarding whether you should cut ties with her or continue to live with her because you visit her once a month, I tell you, you need to see her 12 times a year. You tolerate a little bit lah. Then it's not like your best friends, you text every day, call every night, and then video call and say, hello mommy, wow, 那个美耶，这个哥。No lah, you don't have to like everyday lie to her in the face.
And again, this is part 2. We still haven't heard what your husband have to say.
Yes, correct.
About this.
Hey, what your husband doing? Your husband not even involved, you know?
Yeah. How do you deal with toxic Asian family culture? I won't go into details because I could probably write pages about it, but TLDR, they are judgmental, they do not respect you, they condone toxic behaviors within the family like mental abuse, fat shaming.
Why you must do it?
Fat shaming, they call it incompetent parenting. The easy answer is to associate or cut off ties. But what if it's not an option?
Things that you mentioned about mental abuse, fat shaming, him calling him incompetent. What do you mean by those? Because my mom fat shamed me too. Okay, but
every show you gonna
but he's not my mom. My mom do call me fat. You know, she always say like, "Hey, me一直在 gain weight. I've been gaining weight throughout my." I just say that very straightforwardly. I wouldn't call that a fat shaming. She's taking facts. Right, so you might be gaining weight.
Right. Okay, I think this toxic comes from competition, and especially if you have siblings. My other brother is actually a very smart guy. He aced his PSLE, he went to Express as opposed to me who is a dropout. So I was constantly compared to my brother. But those is when I was young. As I grow, I understand that it comes from a good place. Of course, I don't know the nuances of this entire family conflict or drama. But if you say disassociate or cut off ties is not an option, then I think you can frame your mindset like this. 大事化小，小事化无. Which means to say, right, big thing make small, small thing make nothing. My second tip to you is 多说多错，少说少错，没说没错. You don't say anything, you won't be wrong. Don't argue back. You argue back, you only fuel the whole argument.
I don't know how extreme or how extensive your toxic family is. Cut off ties means never social unless like
violent
abuse, violent abuse,
life threatening.
I wouldn't even say cut off ties, then call police. If not, maybe try to understand from their point of view. They may not be wrong.
No lah, I feel I can understand a bit from this person is that because it says here that I could probably write pages about it. So it has been happening, I think, across the person's life. Confirm it sucks, right? Like you come home to a family, then they should be the last people to support you no matter what you did.
Right.
Then imagine you like it sucks at school. People like maybe bully you. Then you go home, right? Your parents also bully you. Or like your siblings also, it sucks. It confirm sucks. But what I can say is that I feel like these kind of small things, right? Like,
it adds up.
It adds up. I know it mentally adds up. It doesn't feel good. Like, change it to a more positive way. Like, it makes you stronger actually. For an example, if let's say they fat shame you, so prove them wrong. Go and exercise or do something about it.
Yeah, it don't always work one though.
No, but at least you are doing something.
It don't always work, right?
Forehead.
Then one last thing I want to say, right, is you say you cannot cut off ties or disassociate is probably because you still need them to support you financially. You're probably a very young person. So if the day you want to 翅膀硬, right, you need to make your own keep. You need to have no reliance on them. Then only you'll be able to break this toxic trend. At the start of our relationship, my boyfriend was pretty clingy and controlling. He's been very self-aware and has changed for the better. But now I can't get over that period of time. Partly because now that I've become more introverted and socially awkward, I have no friends and no life now. I'm working, so it's hard to make new friends and I don't have friendships from before to reconnect. How like that?
I read the whole thing. There's only one problem. It's about you. Everybody changed for you already know. The boyfriend changed for you already know. Hey, you tell me how like that. You already know that your boyfriend is doing things for you.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should start doing something. I know you say you're working. Your job is work from home, is it? Because it's not hard to make friends. Honestly, one friend also is a friend. Unless you tell me you want like a group of friends.
You want to click?
Yeah, that's a bit too much lah. If you feel like it's very hard for you to make friends, start small, make one. Find a common topic with someone. I'm very good friend with Chin Wai. You know how we become friends?
How?
He also collect Pokemon cards.
Wow.
That's our first conversation ever.
right.
And then we became close after that. There's always one friend out there, right, that relate to you and have same hobbies as you. I don't think it's that difficult. As for the part where you can't get over the period where controlling, etc., you already know he's done his best and he has changed a lot for better. It's really up to you to get over that period of time. To be very honest, we all have our periods where we were
not
sad.
our best.
Yeah, not our best. Nobody else can help you. You have to tell yourself right that this is already for the better. Nobody else is here to make it better except for me.
And then also take responsibility of your own self also lah. Because it feels like the tone of your question, it feels like you're blaming your boyfriend for that. I understand it is very suffocating to be with a partner like this that are controlling and possessive. I will advise anybody that is in this type of relationship, right? If you see no hope of them changing, right, I think it's better to leave because it can really screw up your entire life.
And I got one question for you. Having no life, is it a problem to you? Because to be very honest, recently as I grew up, up, right, I realized that
You rather spend time at home.
I rather to have no life. I rather spend my weekends at home. I don't need to go out with friends.
I actually come to that realization lately. I already spend so much on my mortgage and my house, right? I might as well enjoy and stay at home.
Why are you more hung up that you have no life, no friends? You have your boyfriend. Why are you more concerned about your circle of friends?
Is it a perception that you are concerned about people seeing that, hey, why this person loser, no friends, no life?
Or could it be because you stop enjoying the company of your boyfriend? I think a lot of these kind of things you need to think for yourself.
Wow, there's a lot of deep-rooted issues.
You all like to send short one up. We also don't know the whole story.
Let's move on from relationship. Getting a bit heavy.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little bit sad now. You can send in happy story, right?
Go
then
happy
we laugh
story.
about it. Oh,
happy story. Okay. It's a very short story, one sentence only. Okay. Sometimes I will secretly go to my guy friend house and sniff their underwear without them knowing. Smiley face.
Oh, normal.
Normal. I think we all do that.
Normal. Why are you sending in normal things? It's like I eat 3 meals a day.
It's fine. Totally normal.
Just in case you take it seriously, right? I don't think this is normal.
Really, man?
I tell you all, okay, I got a real life friend, right? In my secondary school, I sat beside this classmate of mine. He's very good at his studies. His exam always ace one. Until one day, he is not an aggressive person and he always stay out of trouble one. So very quiet one. One day, kena public caning.
Oh, let me guess. Peeping Tom.
No, he goes steal his neighbor, not say his neighbor, neighborhood panties to smell. It happened to be our discipline mistress one. She got CCTV and she caught everything.
He confirm no one. He purposely.
His story is he really don't know. Okay, so we asked him, obviously, right? Why the hell you do that? He said that he have a lot of stress and when he study, right, he got a lot of bad habits. Like he will bite his nail, he will scratch the book. At the exam, right, it was N level back then. His stress have hit new high. For some reason, right, he felt right that this will make him feel better. So in the midnight, right, he goes steal panties and he starts sniffing. Then I said, did he help you with your stress? He said, actually he did. Huh? But then I said, but this is a problem because he's sick he's pervertic Then after that, she go see counselor. Some people is really a mental problem or to cope with mental stress. So I don't want to be the one to judge If somebody have this problem, please know that this is illegal, disturbing and sick.
It's illegal, man.
I believe it's illegal.
It's not He never steal and then he just smell nothing wrong.
It's some sort of harassment.
This guy said nothing wrong.
No. As in, so if I go departmental store, I smell underwear. It's not illegal. It's not. It's
Bro,
just
do
weird.
you do that?
No, I don't do that. But I'm just saying.
No, but the thing is that particular panties in the department store doesn't.
Okay.
No.
Underwear.
You see the underwear right in the department store. It don't belong to anybody. But this one belongs to someone.
Okay, so you are okay if Sean go your house, take your underwear and smell it. You say it's okay,
Don't go. I swear for you. This guy right, stay. You just go and smell his underwear.
So are you okay if somebody go your house and take your underwear and smell?
No, not okay.
You totally not
It's
okay.
weird, ma. Who he harm?
Okay, if someone smell my underwear, he will be harming me. I will never
He
wear
will
that
harm
underwear.
himself, man. So smelly.
Then next time when I wear my underwear, I will think that your nose is there.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I will be a little bit scarred. So you have hurt my feelings.
I will just say this Get some help.
Get some healthy hobbies.
Correct.
Maybe
Because-
smell a flower. Flower smells better.
Because the fact that you putting a smiley face right means that you are really having a lot of fun with it.
I mean, it's good to have fun. Having too much fun.
But if you want to smell other people's underwear legally,
There's a legal way to do
there's a
it.
legal way.
What? You see?
Wait. You want a mutually beneficial transaction, right? I can sell you my underwear. Okay, I will use it for you. You buy it from me. I will sell it to you. I'm happy, you happy. Both willing, consenting partner.
You want to smell his underwear, man?
If you want
After you smelling his, you might not have that fetish anymore.
Yeah, that might be okay.
That's good.
Okay, moving on.
My girlfriend wants me to get circumcised.
Wow.
Should I do it? I personally do not want to get cut, but my girlfriend insists that I should because of cleanliness. She believes that it's more hygienic. The doctor said that there's nothing wrong with it, so it's up to me whether I want to get it done or not. So what should I do?
I never circumcised before, so I don't know.
But I do hear stories about it before.
But I think it's more of personal hygiene.
No, but this one is his girlfriend asked him to do it.
Wait, what you mean?
No, I do hear stories, right, that once you snip, it get less feeling down.
Yeah, I heard that
Yeah.
also. It's not wise to do it when you are a grown up.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
If you're a baby,
when you're
still-
younger, still okay. Because it hurts really badly. You know, guys, we get morning wood.
Oh, yeah.
And because it will stretch, man. Because I heard that when you get circumcised, you have to have stitches.
Oh, my God.
And when you
recovering.
Yeah, when you're recovering, that's the worst. It's not even the surgery.
What if your girlfriend wants you to do it and after you do it, she break up you?
Oh,
How?
That's worse. Put back.
You can't do
Face
it.
up, face.
Just like you shouldn't force your girlfriend to get a plastic surgery. She shouldn't force you to circumcise your dick just because she wants to.
And the only reason why she wants is because it's hygiene, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of other ways to
Yeah.
be hygienic. Buy better soap or properly wash your downstairs before you do use wipes or whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways to do it. Circumcision is probably the last resort only if you have problems with it.
If it's a medical opinion from the doctor, then you should do it. But the doctor said it makes no
if
difference.
it's pure hygiene, then I don't think it's worth it lah.
And the fact that you are asking this question is you don't even want to do it, then don't do it lah. Your body, your choice. Take control.
Since young, this particular person was a very quiet kid who liked to keep to himself. So he found it very tough to open up easily to strangers, and because of this, he was bullied regularly in kindergarten, primary school, and even secondary school. This person wondered if his or her childhood could be the reason why he grew up as an overthinker with social anxiety and social awkwardness. During club and concerts, he's that loser NPC that stands in a corner, and he's fully aware of it himself, which makes it even worse because scared people judge. I don't understand how to let loose and dance to the music. I'm afraid of looking like a dumbass and people will laugh at me or video me and even flame me on social media, which is common nowadays. Sometimes I wish I could be more outgoing and be someone who don't give a fuck. Deep down, I wish I'm like most of you people that can go all out and have fun without caring in the world.
Oh, no.
It's just self-conscious lah. It's self-conscious.
I'm the same as you. When I go to club, I also don't know what to do. I don't know where my hands supposed to be.
Nobody in the club know what they're doing. Just
but
having fun.
be embarrassed, never mind. Only you will remember.
You will have a good story. You want to make friends, right? Have good stories.
Yeah, actually that's true.
All our embarrassing moments when we check here, you're like, oh shit, my pants, oh fuck.
Correct.
Me and Nigel actually have been bullied quite a while. We are more our kind of pattern.
Okay.
People like to, disturb.
Pick on you lah.
lah.
Yeah.
But how you take that bullying, right?
Dude, you have to give context.
I want to teach you the lesson. We take the bully seriously, one. We don't affect us negatively.
Right.
So we were in a chalet. So this particular group of people decide that it will be very fun when Nigel and Ben is showering.
Wait. Nigel and Ben is shouting together. Wait.
At the same time, side by side.
Okay.
These people thought it would be fun to take our underwear. They wet our underwear and they put in the freezer. And then when it come out, it's frozen.
Means you cannot wear it, yeah.
Okay.
I fuck you. You fucking freeze my underwear. Never mind, no.
That's the only underwear we have.
At that point in time, both of us decided, enough! It's enough! I fuck you! I take the person's shampoo and I pee.
We both pee.
The person know or
Until today still don't know.
So if this person watch now, he will now know lah.
Don't know who ma? To be very honest, I also don't know who used the shampoo. Because the shampoo was just there. Whoever that went in next, but of course we tell our friend like, hey, don't use the shampoo. The shampoo already dirty.
Whose pee is like you and him?
There's a concoction. So sometimes when we do this kind of thing, it may us feel a little bit better.
It's your response. It's your response.
Don't take it negatively.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how you respond.
My mindset, if you dare to bully me, you better be able to take the bullying.
Yeah. You can dish it, you better take it.
So I do back and it was a good laugh for a few years until today. Being socially awkward or going to the club and dance, I would say has probably nothing to do with that. But maybe yes, maybe no. Because honestly, I'm quite awkward. You see us on camera, that's us on a more exaggerated form. But maybe Nigel can also relate. When I go out, I also do have that social anxiety where people look at me. I'll think like, is it my face got something? Is it my eye sheet never clean properly? It's not like I don't give a fuck about that. We are conscious about our surroundings also. In fact, it's even more because we are now public. So I don't think that's very abnormal. It's fine, but it's about how you deal with it. For me, I try to ignore, even though it's hard.
I'll relate back to an incident. Okay, my most embarrassing incident, of course, is my saga lah, right? When the saga happened, right, I cared a lot about what other people think. And then the truth is, I found out that nobody ever thinks about me. How you want to decipher what I just say, right, is up to you. But I really realized, right, that everybody is looking out for their own. 人不为己，天诛地灭. You have to think for yourself. Everybody have their own things to worry about. Nobody is going to care about your embarrassing story.
And I would say, right, it's even more enhanced for his case because
Public figure.
and I put myself in an audience point of view. When I didn't know him, when I look at his videos, honestly, I think about it's like, 3 minutes. I'm like, wow, this guy, this happened. Next 5 minutes, I forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't be like, God, this Ryan, I start writing a diary about him. I write diary like, Dear Diary. I say, Dear Diary.
Learn to laugh at yourself. If you watch Game of Thrones, right, I forgot which character say, wear your weakness like your armor. Then nobody can get you down.
I hope one day you'll be able to cure off your social awkwardness because
Everybody struggle with that.
everybody have a certain extent of
Awkward face.
Yes, and I hope you can overcome it. Honestly, it boils down to your mentality and mindset. I hope you can overcome it one day and good luck to you.
Okay, next up. Wow, I'm really curious about how millionaire and billionaires live. Like, they always seem to have everything so atas and comfortable, and it seems like they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on stuff like watches and handbags. I mean, is it just to show off their wealth or what?
Is showing off wrong? I don't think it's wrong. Because if I were a rich man, other than leaving money for my kids, am I gonna bring my money into my grave? I won't. Of course, I will buy everything I can. I make money so that I can spend money. Correct?
Okay.
That's why we make money. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I still show off my things.
Like what? Pokemon card?
I collect Pokemon. I'm proud of it.
If there's a girl come your house, the first thing you take out is, hey, check out my Pokemon cards.
Okay, maybe not the first thing.
The second
First thing is maybe my figurines.
Really? You serious? You do that? Do they not run away?
By the time you come to my house, means secure. Why am I not proud of it? I use my own money to buy. And I love it. I'm not embarrassed to show. And it's not cheap. I have a box that costs like $1,000.
The figurine lah.
No, Pokemon box.
Pokemon was right.
And cards that cost a few hundreds or even up to.
You showing off now?
I'm showing off. I'm showing off. I'm proud of it. During our room reno, I will show everything I have. I'll be very proud to show you one. So I don't think there's anything wrong with showing off. I think it's wrong only when it becomes annoying. For example,
Hey, check out my watch here. Hey,
I dropped my wallet.
okay, this is a small pet peeve of mine. When your motorcycle fucking noisy, there is a public nuisance. You're not showing off already.
You're annoying.
I like when car go.
You were like, until
like.
But then the thing is, I also like the car one. I don't know why. So it's my pet peeve. If it's not too noisy, like it's sexy, subtle, sexy.
The purr. Then come one Suzuki Swift.
I seen that. That's not my car.
Then the Suzuki Swift.
That is a Suzuki Swift.
But honestly, at the end of the day, if you're not embarrassed, you're not what you want to show off, by all means. I also wouldn't tell you, right, hey, your motor is damn annoying, go and change. Because you are proud of it. Nothing wrong.
Actually, I got a logic. It makes a lot of sense why people show off. Maybe you cannot relate, but try your best to relate, okay? For example, today you want to hire a lawyer. And you don't know any lawyers, so you want to audition for the lawyer.
Wait, lawyer must go through audition.
You probably have to talk to 3 or 4 lawyers before you decide which one.
You cast them on the couch.
So let's say one of the lawyer come, everything on paper, very good. He come in a bicycle, wearing shorts and slippers. They say, don't worry, I will help you settle your $1 million case. How will you feel? You have confidence? No. That's why. On the flip side, another one, drive freaking Ferrari, wear expensive watch, wear a Italian suit, sit down, and then bring you to a restaurant and then talk about your legal business. You will have confidence because you will feel like you know what he's doing. He's very successful at what he's doing. So likewise, businessmen like to have expensive watches, handbags, or collectibles, to show that they are very good at what they do. Their business is very good.
What they're doing.
They know what they're doing. You have some sort of assurance of it.
Mainly when you meet the person, is you first thing for guys you look is the watch.
Actually,
and the car is the watch.
When we buy things on, let's say, our level, inherently, this thing got no value. This thing will only depreciate. If I try to sell this again, it will be lower than what I paid for. Correct. But rich people, they like to buy things that has value. The reason why Hermes bag is so expensive, is because it's very hard to buy. Why? Is because in order to buy the bag, you have to buy a lot of bullshit things like the belt, mahjong set, cups. Then they will say, okay, here's a bag now. After you spend 50K, then I say, okay, Ben, I invite you to buy this bag. You want or not? If you say you don't want, then nothing already. There's no other choice. You cannot.
You cannot show me.
You cannot choose. You cannot choose.
So they want to see if you can afford all the things first.
You have to go into the tier system before you can buy the bag. That's why once the person actually buy and they resell people can directly buy from her or him.
That's why got value.
Then the value go up. And
okay,
this
that makes sense.
goes the same for watch. So I heard of businessmen that collect watch and then when times are hard or let's say kena COVID or what, they sell off all their watches and they make money.
Actually, I think true. Cause my grandfather still have his Rolex from like 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, he still keep. He said got value. Then look, the thing like broken already.
My dad also collect watches. Maybe not so expensive one, but he also like watches. He went to Switzerland to buy watch because
made watch.
Swiss one, and he liked watches and he bought one for me and he's like, 这个改天可以这价值会 because there's only a limited quantity there is also. And it's very, very relatable to me also because my Pokemon card also got value one, you know.
Right. I know.
Got value one.
So to you, the Pokemon card is like people's watches, like.
Correct, but I always say to myself, hobby first, investment second.
Okay lah. Some people use the watch as an investment, as a hobby, and also status.
It still can act as an investment.
Yes. Which brings me to this point of today's sponsor.
Hey,
we finally got sponsor of this show. Second episode.
Wait, not this one. Okay.
So today's sponsor is from the Watch Capital. So Watch Capital is conveniently located at Orchard TripleOne Somerset with well-known brands like Rolex and Patek Philippe. They offer services such as protective watch film polishing and servicing, with Father's Day just around the corner. Visit their showroom to find the perfect watch as a gift. Here are some of the things that they pride themselves in. Okay, competitive pricing. They also have professional staff that can help you look into your needs and provide insightful answers to your question. So maybe, for example, you want to know, you just get started in watch investment. You want to know watch that can bring a lot of value in future, right? You can ask them. They will be able to give you advices. And then, of course, they have an actual showroom. You know that you're not buying from a shady source. You get to see the physical goods. So check out Watch Capital, and thank you for being our first client for getting out. Yeah. Yes! We will move on to the last question. How do I intern for you all? Because it looks so fun in your videos and stuff. First of all, it's not only about fun and games. There's a lot that goes behind the camera. What we show you is real, but what we didn't show you is also very real. There's a lot of work.
His name is Sec5. Sec5 a bit hard to intern.
Sec5 then 你读好书先
And he also say he's a huge One Piece fan. And he shout out my Brook shirt. It's from TNT Co. If your TNT Co want to give me some shout out, shout out. We can put here.
But long story short, if you want to join us for internship, we are always hiring interns, okay? You can email us at this email.
But I have to warn you, it may look fun and games, but there's also actual work.
There's actual work, like I say lah.
Don't just think you're coming here to have fun lah. You might get real shit lah.
Real cultural shock.
Real work, you know? You get paid to do real work. You don't come here, work, sit down, laugh. We need to edit, you know?
But if you want to come internship for fun and you say you don't want money, you pay us lah. Then we take care of you.
Then
you pay us to work here.
You can hee ha ha.
Then you can hee ha ha. We will hee ha ha with you as well.
And also the intern, this is our kill count.
11 girls
and 6 boys has been evicted. And the youngest staff we have is 22 years old. Sec 5, maybe you grow a little bit older first.
Yeah. But anyway, this is a place of work. At the end of the day, really, there's work to do lah. Don't come here for the wrong reasons. Oh, I want to make friends, I want to have fun, I want to be famous. You come here, you'll be gravely disappointed.
And if you are interested in working with us, you have a business that you want to shout out, you want us to try to snack while gossiping, you have anything, whatever you want to shout out, please email us here.
Yeah.
And if you have any other questions, please feel free to drop us your gossips whatsoever. Your part 2, your part 3, part 4. We are always here to listen to you and gossip.
Go Bangle, please come back.
Yes, please. I want this to be a series already. It go up to 21 episodes like a K-drama.
But let's come up with some other question lah. Don't always relationship all this lah. Relationship is complicated and a lot of nuances. Tell us your interesting and funny story or problems that you actually need help with.
Go into details.
Go into details. We love details. And with that, remember to follow all our socials. Click here for more. Click here to what and cut to the bloopers.
I think the Go Banger can sell to Netflix.
Yes. Almost a documentary.
I think I might become a fan. I might want to meet you in real life one day.
Go Banger.